What's going on, everyone? It is Brad here, and welcome to the easy to follow Eisendrache Easter egg guide. Now, there are no prerequisites to complete this map other than to actually have the map. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, please be sure to like and subscribe for more. I do streams, I do Easter egg guides, I try to do some tutorials, and just let me know what you guys think down below and if this was helpful or not. Now, without any further ado, let's head right on into it. Okay guys, so for the first step, all you need to do is go turn on the power. So from spawn, we're going to head out to the right, head up this set of stairs, and we're going to open up this first gate where you'll see the first dragon. And I choose to go this way because there's quite a bit you can do. And there's also a shield part location possible to spawn right there, and we have another one up top over here. And again, I'm just showing you this way because I think this is one of the easiest places to go, especially when you're trying to do the Easter egg. There are different ways to get to power, but I do find this to be the easiest because you can get that first dragon right off the bat, get 8 zombie kills, and you can usually get that dragon done within the first couple rounds. So yep, there's a door there, open, turn, bang, got power right in front of you. So yep, that's step number 1, and that's all you need to do to begin with. So after you turn on power, you can head out this door right here, and we have a pack punch right there, we have the death ray right there, which you will need later. Now, we also have a shield part location right in there, and we have one down this set of stairs right on the right, that's another part, or a possible location for a part, and there's another one right in front of those boxes. So once you've done that, you can head right through here, there's a dragon within that laboratory, head down these flight of stairs, then you can see this zero gravity chamber. All you have to do is stand on these 4 tiles. This can be done solo, 2-player, 3-player, whatever. Just stand on them till they stay down, and then you get 0 gravity. Now we have shield part locations in here too. There's one right there where I just shot, and if you wall run all the way over here, you can find one above this pack-a-punch location, and also above the teleporter door right here where I'm shooting. Then again, right here, as I said, right above this pack-a-punch location. Okay guys, so for our next step, all you have to do is get a bow or a Wrath of the Ancients and upgrade it. If you guys are unsure how to do that, I have guides linked in the description. So make sure you know how to do that before we head to the next step. So once you have upgraded one of the bows, as long as if you have 4 people, if you just upgrade one, that's fine. So once you have upgraded at least one bow, you have to get the regular bow, you have to get the regular Wrath of the Ancients, and you have to go down to the teleporter room. And remember, this can only be done with the regular Wrath of the Ancients, so the bow cannot be upgraded. You have to kind of shoot these spheres up here. So once those all light up orange, you'll hear a sound of a keeper kind of screeching or screaming, and there will be a wisp spawning in the map somewhere. So now you have to go grab your upgraded bow and find these locations. Now there are 8 possible locations that the wisp can spawn, and I'm going to show you them all. So once you find one, it will do another one. So there's one right there, there's one in that clock up there, and you can head up these doors, kind of next to this power room, head back into power room, and on the little telephone thing right there, that's another possible wisp location. So once you have found your wisps, it will light up blue, you just shoot it with your bow, and then it will move to another location. And you have to do this 4 times. And there's another one right here, on that globe. Now if we run out this door, head down the stairs, cross the bridge and such, we can see that there's another one right above the double tap in this small room right here, which happens to be where my wisp is. So you shoot that and it'll go to one of the other locations. So we're gonna hop down, and right next to this car here, this is another possible location, and that's where mine happened to be next. So just shoot that again and we can head to our next location. So if you head down these stairs, I'm just showing you the easiest way to run this. So once you head down these stairs, you can see right in Quick Revive, there's another one right in there. So again, just shoot your bow. Once you've done that, you can either use the jump pad thingy in the center in the under area, or you can head up these stairs. I decided that I guess I should do this better. I think it's a better route. So you can open these up if you have not already done so, head up the stairs, and then so first I run right by it because I was dealing with that zombie. I didn't want to accidentally shoot him because I didn't want to end round yet. Because if you do end round, it will reset. Then bang, you get that one. So those are the 8 locations to get your wisps. So once you have done that, you need to head back down to the teleporter where you'll be sent back in time where you need to pick up a few items. Now for the wisps, in one go, in one set of the wisps, you cannot have one wisp go to the same location, so it'll be different each time. So once we head back in time, basically we can't really do anything other than maybe pick up something. So you need to pick up this cylinder right here in this corner. So you turn left and it's right there. Now you need to head over here and these two little widgets right there. You just need to hold X or square on those to pick those up. So yeah, any interacting, just hold X or square. I need to wait to see this code. Now the best code that I recommend, like memorizing it, is like thing that looks like an arrow, that's like the rocket. Those look kind of like doors, those two symbols, and there will be circles and lightning bolts. That's kind of how I've remembered how to do that. So once you come back from I guess when you head back to the present time, you're going to be brought to the rocket test pad. Now do be careful because a Panzer will spawn. Now if you do this before round 12, the Panzer will still drop a Ragnarok part, which you will need later in the Easter egg. So you can pick up that part. Once you do, you can head right on back, and we can go move on to the next step. So once you have left the rocket launch pad, you need to head up to the death ray, turn it to protect. So there's a little arrow that's on destroy. You need to hold square or X to change it to protect, and you need to buy the death ray for 1,000 points. Now you need to head over to this terminal station right here, and you need to input the code that you were given. Now mine was rocket door door, so it's just a little Simon Says thing. So you go rocket door door. Now once you have done that, you'll kind of hear a little audio cue saying that you're all set. You're going to head downstairs to where you saw the code get entered to begin with when you were back in time, and you need to pick up these two blue cylinders and a little code card that you will use for the next step of the Easter egg. Now, you may hear the little keeper noise again, and you can do the wisps again. Now, from this point on, you can do that at any point, do it any round. You can do it right now, you can do it whenever. But again, you can just do that whenever at this point, because you will need to go back in time once again. So now what you need to do is you need to head back up to the death ray and those two giant death ray coils, I guess. I don't know what to really call them. I just call them like the Tesla things. So yep, you need to head back up to the death ray, and you need to change that back from protect to destroy. Now with those little blue canisters that you just picked up in the locker, you need to go to those, you need to put them in where there's a space available. Now once you've done that, you can head over here and start a Simon Says thing. So it will be 8 cues that you will have to do, and again, you just click one, do the next. Click one, just keep going through. Now once you've done that, you'll get an audio cue saying that you have completed it. Now if you are playing solo, all you have to do is worry about zombies, and for me personally, this step, I always just keep one zombie. It just makes things a lot easier. But if you are playing with more than one person, you will have infinite dogs spawning in until you've completed the first Simon Says thing, because you will have to do this twice. So now you need to head down to the rocket test bed once you've completed the first one. Just do it all over again. So if you have 2 or more players, you will have dogs continuously spawning in. I think it's good to just have someone there with you to protect you, and it does just make things easier. But if you are playing solo, you don't have to worry about that. You just have to worry about that last zombie. But if you are down at the rocket test area, do be careful because it might go off, and if it does go off, you will be done for. You will have to restart the Simon Says all over again. And now, once you've done that, once you've completed both, you can see that the 2 Tesla things, they are flashing white, and if they aren't, then you messed up. Now all I have to do is press that green button, and now we can watch Dempsey come down from the moon, and this is Dempsey 1.0. Now he's going to head down through to the courtyard, going to hit the church bell, and as we just watch him go down, we're going to see a couple things spawn in. So let's just watch for a second. So now that Dempsey has crash landed, we can see right here, there's Dempsey and there's something called the golden rod. Now, for you older Easter egg players, you'll know what that is. Okay guys, as I said earlier, you now need to complete this wisp step. So once you've done that again, it will be in the same 8 locations that can possibly spawn in. You need to head back in time. And now what you need to do is interact with this Chronorium over here. Hold square or X, depending on what system you're on, obviously. Now if you head over to this corner, you'll find a little keeper tablet. So again, just interact with that. All you have to do is wait to go back into reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Okay, yeah, bad jokes, whatever. But yep, that's what you need to do before we move on to one of the last steps. Alright, so once you return back in time, all you have to do is go to the goldenrod chamber. You can just put it right there and you'll see this keeper spawn in. So all you have to do is fill up this keeper at 4 different locations. So if you are playing solo, it will just get kills with your bow. If you're playing 2-player, if you have to have it at ranked match for this to work with only 2 bows, same for 3-player and 4-player, obviously it'll just alternate between the 4 bows. And so once you've completed one, you'll just head over to this next one, which is right down by Mule Kick, which is a possible spot. Now, this won't be the same exact, I want to say order every time, but it is possible that it will be. So you can see this little faint glow at the bottom of my screen, and that will indicate which bow you need to be using to get kills. So it'll take about a round full of kills to complete this keeper. And definitely be careful because you might run out of ammo. I got lucky there and got a max ammo because I had a dog round. And if you do get a dog round, they'll go by really quickly because, again, you have the infinite dogs spawning in regardless of how many players you are using. And definitely be careful because there are possible panzers that can spawn in. They can be a very big pain in the butt, as all panzers can be. But yep, all you have to do are fill up these 4 locations. So we had that one out in the courtyard, we had the one by Mule Kick, now we have this one outside by Power. And so all you have to do is fill those up, do another round. Now we're going to head over to this last location. Now the thing is, for this last location, you might be like, okay, well, what do we need that keeper tablet for? So basically in this last location, you need to put that keeper tablet down right there where I just placed it. Now again, you just need to go through another full round of this. And once you have completed this, you will need to move on to one of the final steps of the Easter egg. And now, before we do get to that final step though, I'm just going to show you guys how to build your Ragnaroks, because you will need those for the final step. Before we do get the last pieces to build our Ragnarok, however, we need to come back down here to the Undercroft, and we need to watch what happens with this keeper. So basically during this step, you won't have zombies spawn in on you, they won't bug you, because you really need to be listening to what is going on here. So what's happening is the keeper is going to the moon, taking the MPD device, which if you played Moon before, you know what that is, obviously. So the keeper has been corrupted, and it is taking the MPD and it's going to return here with it. So all we have to do right now is wait for it to return. So as you can see now, it is starting to return. You have that little flashing light, you have this little orb, your screen will flash white. And now that little tube canister, you need to hold square right there and put it down. Now zombies will return to spawn in, and as you can see, when you open the MPD device, you will have the keeper right there. So now before we do head to the boss fight, we do need our Ragnarok parts, so let's get right on into that. Okay guys, for building the Ragnarok parts, you can do this at any point during your Easter egg run or gameplay run. So as I showed you earlier, you just need to kill a panzer at any point. The first time you do defeat a panzer, you will drop that first Ragnarok part. Now this next point, you see me turning on the death ray. So once you turn on the death ray, you need to head over to one of the jump pads. So basically what that will do is you will be flung into the air where one of the Ragnarok pieces will spawn. So it can be any location of these and it will not be the same each time. Now what you need to do is you need to head down to the rocket launch pad. So at some point you're going to hear rocket test beginning, and you need to head over to that switch, hold square, interact with it, and you need to head into this little chamber right here where you will be safe. Now you see this little panel right here. So you can just beat all these zombies, just kill them all, do whatever. Doesn't matter if the round ends, because I'm pretty sure my gameplay, the round does end at some point because I'm a little too worried. So once you have survived for a little while, let's say test complete. Now once you hear it say test complete, you need to hold X or square on that little box, and once you do that, it will spawn right in the teleporter to get your last piece. Alright guys, it is now time to enter the boss fight. So once you have your Ragnaroks, go up to one of these tiles, pull them out and press left trigger or left or L2 or whatever it is on PlayStation. So now you're going to fight this keeper. So I definitely recommend having one explosive weapon. It does a lot of damage to the keeper, and I'm just going to kind of show you what I do during the boss fight. I kind of just go in one direction. This is good to do for any amount of players playing, and what you need to do is keep an eye out for that little center area. So as you can see, there's that flashing light, and you need to pull out your Ragnaroks and press left trigger or L2. Now the keeper's chest will open, and you just need to deal enough damage to it. Now before you can move on to the next step, you need to make sure that your Ragnaroks are filled up again. So you need to make sure those are fully charged. You're going to have to deal with some Panzers, and you can see I go down because they are a pain in the butt to deal with. But on solo, I am using near-death experience because then you can never really die in the boss fight. So all you have to do are deal with these Panzers. A max ammo will spawn in after defeating, I think, 2 or so, or even after a little bit, they'll spawn in again. So you need to be 2 sets of 2 Panzers, and once you defeat them all, you'll head into like the kind of next wave of the boss fight, where you just need to survive for a little while again. Definitely if you're playing solo, lightning bow, it's very helpful for dealing with everything, and kind of keeps zombies off of you, these little skeleton zombies. So again, you just need to keep your eye on the center and watch for that little sparking light, because if you don't do this, you will die immediately. You and your entire team will die. So again, just pull them out, press left trigger, and you just need to spam the keeper's chest until you do enough damage. And you know what will, you'll hear a little sound cue, a max ammo will spawn, you just need to go pick up your Ragnaroks again. So if you're playing solo, your Ragnaroks will charge up enough because you're going to be killing all the zombies by yourself. But if you're playing with more than one player, you'll need to alternate between players, making sure that you are actually able to have enough kills so your Ragnaroks are charged, place them down, and so that you can deal with the keeper. So again, you're going to have to deal with some Panzers. They're very annoying, but again, you can get those max ammos if it's being too much of a pain in the butt. I just use the starting pistol. I use the MR6 pack punch that because, I mean, it shoots grenades, or explosive, and this is just the last time that you will have to deal with this keeper boss. You just need to watch the center again, and you'll have to pull out your Ragnaroks and press left trigger on them. And again, you'll just have to shoot its chest until it's finally done for, like I'm about to show you right here. And once you have done that, you'll be sent back to regular time, and you will basically beaten the entire Easter egg right then and there. So once you return from the boss fight, you'll be teleported right back to where you just were at the MPD in that little Undercroft area. So basically what you need to do is go up to the front of it, and you can see this little sphere. You have to hold X on it once, then the summoning key will spawn it. So you have to wait for its little golden aura to stop glowing. You need to hold X and you need to pick it up again. So now what you need to do is you need to head right up back to the death ray area, and more specifically you need to head up to this computer terminal. All you need to do is hold square or X on it, and now you have officially completed the Eisendrache Easter egg. So thank you all so much for watching. This is my very first Easter egg guide. Definitely let me know how I did. I know I did do some messing up, but I guess I'm just a little nervous, just worrying about how well I'm doing. But yeah, definitely just let me know how I'm doing. If you need to see more, definitely let me know. I want to do more Easter egg guides in the future, but you know what? I think that this should be helpful enough. Just follow these steps, especially if you're playing solo, and you should be perfectly fine. Any gobblegums I recommend are near-death experience, self-medication, anything like that, to make sure that you stay up and alive. So, thank you all so much for watching. Have a beautiful day, evening, afternoon, whatever it is. See you all later.